shorts on the right, Andre Arlovsky to your left, with the Frank Trigg, Tiny Blackies.
Mine are tight and pink.
You talked about cardio, Frank, and the one thing, both of these guys, Rothwell may not have the physique that Andre Arlovsky does, but the guy is a cardio machine. He can go, and I don't think he's going to slow down due to his cardio in this fight.
Another nice overhand right by Andre Arlovsky. You know what, guys? I am excited to see that Andre, he said to us that all that business stuff got in his mind. He used to fight not to lose. Well, now he's fighting.
大家好，老师从业中医男科30余年。帮助了数千名海内外华人朋友通过中药调理重回男性雄风。如果你也存在房事时间短、勃起无力、硬度差、中途疲软、肾虚、前列腺炎等问题，现在就加中医老师微信574-993-200，纯中药，一人一方，治根治本，帮助你持续坚挺20至40分钟，补肾壮阳，延时助勃，彻底告别快男软男。记住微信574-993-200。
You have to think also, guys, Ben Rothwell, nobody's really pressed him like this. He hasn't had to deal with something like this for a long, long time. He is not used to being the guy who's not the aggressor.
Now, Ben Rothwell is a guy that usually is the guy that's going and he's pressing the fight. He's trying to press the fight against Andre right now. It's just that Andre is landing better shots that are starting to affect Ben, and he's starting to back off, and Andre's going after him. You got to give Andre credit. He's doing a great job of bringing the pressure.
Now, Ben has fought some big names. He fought Tim Sylvia, actually, a long, long time ago, lost a 3-round decision many, many moons ago. But again, that was a while ago, and he hasn't fought somebody with this caliber, the caliber of an Andre Arlovsky at this point in his career.
Well, yeah, Ben Rothwell has more fights than Andre Arlovsky, but if you look at the level of competition, Andre Arlovsky has been in there with Tim Sylvia 3 times, not just once. Jake O'Brien, Fabricio Verdum, he knocked out Paul Buentello in 15 seconds. He's been in there against some of the very best.
Good ground and pound here by Andre Arlovsky. Keeps it moving. Oh, and he goes for the heel hook again. No,
that was a real mistake by Andre, and it was a real mistake to sit on his back and act like he's a jiu-jitsu fighter, when that is not who he is. He should have gotten himself right back up. Now Ben's in a dominant position in this fight for him.
Frankie, Ben couldn't be in a better position right now. Great point, Big John.
But also pay attention to the time that's left. There's 2:15 left in the round. There's a lot of time left to steal the round. We all agree that Rothwell is losing the round at this point. He now has a shot to win it back.
Oh, nice elbow there by Big Ben. All that blood you see is coming out of the nose of Ben Rothwell. Another nice elbow. Now he sees the blood, his and hopefully Andre's as well.
Well, I think that's what he wants to do. He sees his and he wants to make it an even battle and say, no, I want some of yours.
You might also look at his and say, uh-oh, I don't want this thing stopped. I better stop it my own right.
Well, Ben has had his nose bleed many times in fights. I don't think he's concerned with this at all.
He's coming. He's not trying to sneak these in. He's trying to blast them right through the forearms. He doesn't care if Andre blocks him or not. He's going to bang his head off the canvas.
He's certainly telegraphing him and thinking, I got enough power to just plow right through your defense.
Andre right now should not sit here like he is. He needs to, even though his guard's open, he's got him hooked over the legs, which is not much more than having a closed guard. He needs to start to move his hips and get himself out.
He's caught against the corner. This is...
John, is it hard to scoot your hips out, though, when you're right there against the ropes?
It's hard to scoot your hips out when you're against the ropes, and it's hard to scoot your hips out when you got a 270-pound man on top of you.
I'm not 270. Super turn. Now they're back in it again, off the ropes. Smart position change.
Good job of ground and pound by both fighters tonight.
Like you said earlier, John, Andre's legs are now closed in a closed guard. Before behind the knees, it was just like having a closed guard. He's not really looking to move anything. It's almost like he's just digging inside of his arms and trying to overhook the arms, as opposed to trying to get out of this position of any way, shape, or form.
Absolutely, and you look at it, Ben Rothwell's doing a good job of, he was posturing up, and he's hitting him with power shots. These are not just arm punches.
I think Andre Arlovsky just got his goal accomplished. He was looking to use that guard just to hold on to get it stood back right up. And Arlovsky comes right back and rocks Ben Rothwell. He was kicked in the head of Rothwell. Arlovsky is going for the kill with 10 seconds left. Can he put him out? Oh, he needs. Oh, blood is flying everywhere out of this ring. Arlovsky pressing the action.
Ben Rothwell is one tough individual because he took some huge shots, and man, he doesn't back off at all. He was there the whole time. Great job by Andre to come back in that round. I think he just stole the round back after Ben had it.
Bleeding from his ear, bleeding from his nose, and Andrei Arlovski has to look across the ring now and say, what do I have to do to put this guy out?
He's tired. He's freaking tired, dude.
Pat Miletich, the legend.
He is shot.
Offering instructions.
Keep your left hand up. He can't get anything going on you if you keep your left hand, all right? Hey, look at me.
Listen to me. I want that double.
Beautiful head kick right there by Andrei Arlovski, and went after him lefts and rights. Ben Rothwell is doing nothing to counter, nothing to stop what's happening. Big uppercut, huge knee. That was an outstanding finish to the round for Andrei Arlovski.
And this is the type of fights that Affliction is putting on. Boy, I'm looking forward to the future because, guys, the present is phenomenal.
Well, Pat Miletich was saying that, you know, Andre is tired. He's right, but so is Ben.
Ben coming right out after him.
I think that Andre can't believe that he didn't finish the fight at that point. He hit him with almost everything he had, including the flying knee, and Ben still stayed in the fight.
Right here in this locked up position, you're seeing that, you know, you got this clinch. Andre has the advantage now. Ben gets his inside on it. Now Ben has the advantage with his underhooks, but Andre's using the ring itself to actually position himself and try to rest in this position.
Again, elbows are allowed. Ben said he wanted to unleash elbows here. Let's see if he can get a position to land a couple on Andre.
Both guys pummeling that inside hand, trying to get an inside underhook on it.
The fans are spoiled a little bit by the last round. They're booing now, a very technical portion of the fight.
You know, when you're a big man and you're putting out as much energy as you just watched, it does take a lot out. Nice big right hand by Andrei Arlovski.
Well, you know it's a good fight when there's blood on the camera. He finally got to punch that Big Ben. He strikes, and Big Ben, the clock goes out.
Andrei Arlovski fought a beautiful fight. He was a new fighter. He was not trying to hold back. He was going after his opponent, and that's why he ended up dismantling Ben Rothwell.
I tell you what, though, all the credit in the world to Ben Rothwell. He stood in there against one of the great heavyweights in the division alive today, and Andrei Arlovski. Big Ben, he stood in there, buddy. He fought his heart out, Frank.
Yeah, he did. Man, I can't say enough about Ben Rothwell. Obviously, I'm a huge Ben Rothwell fan. He did come out on top of it tonight, but he really is a guy that truly tries every day to be 110% better than he was yesterday. And he banged in front of Andrei Arlovski, who's a top 5 heavyweight in the world, and didn't blink, didn't back up, didn't give ground, just stayed in the entire fight till he got caught.
Again, even though he's had all these fights, he's still a young fighter, Ben Rothwell is. And I think he has an awful lot, a huge bright future ahead of him. But right now, it's time for Andrei Arlovski to shine.
Andre, look how good he is now. He put it together. His body's back in shape again. He got the bad business out of his head. He says now, you know, like he told us before, I'm the new Andrei Arlovski, old again, and this is what we're going to do, and he showed it to us tonight. One
of the things I hate, whether it's doing football or MMA, when you sit in a production meeting and you hear some guy give his line of garbage about what went wrong, and they go out and then they still do the same old garbage. Andrei Arlovski didn't do that. He told us this was the problem, this is why I struggled. Now those problems are in the past, and you'll see the old Andre, and you know what? He showed it. Love to hear it, love to see it.
He did a great job. Andre, his hands are so much faster now, too. Obviously,
wow.
Freddie Roach worked, and he stayed in the pocket a lot better. Didn't always reach looking for the takedown. Once he hit a guy, he kept hitting him with 3 or 4 more punches to make sure he kept rocking him down.
And he was always looking to end the fight. He was always looking to end the fight, whether it was by punches, knees, or submission. Let's send it now inside the ring to Michael Buffer for our official announcement.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Josh Rosenthal steps in, stops the contest, calls it a knockout. The winner at 1:13, round number 3, from Belarus, the Pitbull, Andrei Arlovski.